Incredible Karen Butcher with Westco Insurance.
Yes, Karen is an amazing insurance agent doing home, casualty, all these different types of insurance. And here's the deal. She has some of the same customers that she had when she started 24 years ago. They're still engaging her this many years later, which means she has to have some incredible customer service and some attentive skills. Right?
To include me.
And me.
She's helped me a lot over the years.
She's incredible.
So we really appreciate Karen Butcher and all the wisdom and savviness that she has in the insurance industry. So check her out, Karen Butcher, Westco Insurance.
Please. Yeah, welcome to the Be Encouraged show with Frank.
And Lisa.
We're so glad that you join us on Mondays and align with us in our goal of infusing hope and encouragement throughout the world.
That's right. We are now offering 2 free guests on our show every single Monday from 11 to 12 or 12 to 1 Mountain Standard Time. But we also have an amazing new venture that we've started this year, Frank.
Indeed. We have the free hug campaign that's starting that Lisa and I are going to go out in community, offer free hugs. Hugs have medicinal value that's really, really strong, and we want to use that to help humans.
Absolutely. And we are also going around the world on live Instagrams. So our ask of you is, if you know of any amazing business owners out in other countries or across the nation, please introduce them to us at lisa@beencouraged.net.
Yeah, make sure that you email her. Yes, and she'll get it done for us, and we'll make sure that we highlight your business. You know, really the value of this is exposure. We get the opportunity to expose your business to our growing audience and get so that you can be seen and people can engage your business.
And we do offer sponsorship levels starting at $50 on up. So depending on how much marketing you have in your budget, we would love to help you get maximum exposure both on our website as well as our show.
Indeed. We love humans here at the Be Encouraged show, and the reason we exist is to create value for you.
The real value of sponsoring our show is joining us on our mission to infuse hope and encouragement throughout the world.
Aligning missional values is very important to us, and we are looking for businesses that align with us and our values and what we're trying to give out to the world.
Yes, this is about social impact,
Indeed.
Frank.
We know how important that is in this community and around the world. So join us in our mission to create social impact for your business. Hello, I'm Frank, and this is
Lisa.
We want to welcome you to the Be Encouraged show, where each week we reach an audience of 45,000 potential listeners
And growing.
across our social platforms and guest networks. Our mission is simple yet profound: to spread hope and encouragement, connecting our audience with stories that uplift and inspire.
So whether you're a business owner looking to expand your reach or someone eager to share your journey of impact, Our platform is designed to highlight the positive differences we can all make.
Getting involved with our show is easy and rewarding. First, you get to be a guest on the show. This is a fantastic opportunity for brand recognition as you share your story with our engaged listeners.
And Frank and I are now offering Q&A Mastermind monthly sessions. And these are not just informative experiences, but we actually help with your business on strategic insights and provide a supportive group setting.
Oh, yes, we do, don't we? And if you're looking to drive targeted lead generation, consider sponsoring our show. We offer multiple tiers and customizable options to fit your marketing needs perfectly.
We have had over 350 guests, and they have been able to brand themselves and share all the goodness that they are doing here in community.
And it's not just about numbers. Our approach opens up a space for vulnerability, helping our guests genuinely connect with audiences. This authentic interaction is a powerful catalyst for community and business growth. Take, for example, we have partners here at Be Encouraged, and since getting involved with our platform, they've seen a staggering 900% growth in just 7 months here in the Springs.
So if you're ready to make a significant impact, join us today at beencouraged.net.
And let's make the world a more hopeful and connected place, one story at a time.
We are currently at CoHarbor, our studio sponsor, right?
So beautiful.
Oh, what a wonderful place. We get such great feedback about them and what they're doing. What's so great about CoHarbor?
Yes. So the owner, Jeremiah Callahan's just phenomenal. His attention to detail from the sound, from the aesthetics, he even got me a little microphone holder for our live Instagrams, Frank. I mean, just the attention to detail to service the business owners here who work out of here is phenomenal.
And what you always feel welcomed here. You always feel a part of this community. It's the most welcoming place that I've ever engaged. And we have some amazing people that work out of here as well.
We do. And they actually have a greeting host, which is incredible during their peak hours.
What an idea, right?
Yes. But some of the people working out of here, you just want to be here just to say hi to them. Like Chantel Bridges.
Ooh, and Melinda Joy Mingo.
Yes.
And our friend Tom
Carlson.
Yes, indeed. Wonderful people. And Lisa and I also engaged their facility in Denver called Coworking, which is a fantastic facility.
Gorgeous. Yes. And we have to do a huge shout out for Alan Briggs.
Yes.
He is our right-hand man, especially in this podcast studio. He has given us great wisdom and insight on how to use all the bougie stuff that they have in here.
The bougie stuff. Yeah.
It is. It's high end.
It is. It's wonderful. We're so blessed to be able to be here at CoHarbor. And you need to come in and do a 14-day free trial of this facility. Lisa, tell them a little bit about some of the great things that CoHarbor offers.
Yes. Well, their membership starts at $25 on up, and that gets them 24/7 access to a beautiful, gorgeous space. And not only that, Frank, you know what they have?
What?
Amazing pour over coffee, which all of my friends love. And I love the tea. They have hot tea and they have iced coffee and they have sparkling water, all the things. It's so beautiful here. So come and check them out.
Well, come on down and join us at Corporate and Tech Center Drive. Beautiful location over here. You can't miss us. We're sponsored by the great Joshua Geary with Crescio. And Joshua just won Hispanic Rising Professional of the Year. Yay! He's been with us so long, and he really produces and helps us with this show.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about Crescio.
Yes. So Crescio, they offer pay what you can consultations, and they specialize in not only just ChatGPT, but they will work with your business to help you get sustainable and then leave and leave you successful. Their goal is not to stay with you forever. Their goal is to keep you moving with excellence.
Indeed. Well, welcome to the Be Encouraged show, and I'm Frank.
I'm Lisa.
We're so glad to have you here on a Monday morning, Lisa. What
Yes.
do you think? Guess what day it is?
It's my birthday.
Oh, it is.
Thank you.
She slipped that in on the very last
I
second.
brought birthday bubbles.
Are you out?
I'm
Are you
out of breath
Come
already.
on now.
Oh,
One
man.
more. One
So
more.
it's-
There we go.
It
Nobody
worked on
will.
Instagram.
Yeah. Nobody.
Oh my gosh,
You're
I'm fired from
not
bubbles.
successful with it.
Dude, my bubbles died.
So funny.
All right.
Now I'm gonna play with bubble
We're
gum.
gonna live a bubble-free
Yes,
existence
bubble-free
this
existence.
morning. So yeah, as Lisa continues to blow, but try.
You'll have to watch the 2 Instagrams we did this morning because there was like tons of bubbles.
Well, you took all the bubbles out of it.
I guess so. My goodness.
Anyway, guys, we provide a platform for entrepreneurs and community-focused individuals to expand their reach and to create a positive impact here in Colorado Springs. And we're joining you live from the Springs with some great, incredible guests this morning. If you want to join us internationally, the only thing you need to do is go to our website and select International via Instagram, and you can join us from anywhere in the world.
Yes. So today's show is sponsored by The Hive, a platform connecting purpose-driven dreamers to the experts who want to champion them. The Hive is where impactful visions are showcased and offered quality support. Visit The Hive on LinkedIn and check out the flyer we provided you guys later.
The Hive is right there. You get to
Yes.
take the Hive with you.
Yes.
Right? Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, we have two great guests today, Lisa. I'll introduce the first one, and you can have the second one.
All right,
Is that
go
all right?
for it.
Yeah, all right. So Thasha McVey is here. She's a very dear friend of mine. We've known each other for several years now, even before COVID.
Yeah.
And Thasha is a community relations leader, and we put a big L in front of leader when we talk about you, my friend. And she's a client engagement strategist, currently serving as a community relations manager at Team Select Home Health. Known for her human-centered approach, she champions authentic connections and trust-based relationships in healthcare recruitment and B2B engagement, inspiring others through her thought leadership on LinkedIn.
Oh,
Yes.
you're spot on.
Welcome, Thasha. And to my right is Anna Ludwig. She is a dynamic healthcare professional with over 12 years of customer service experience.
Started when she was 8.
Yep.
She's a
I
prodigy.
credit my Botox.
You're so funny.
Actually, girls her age, they're all doing it.
Are they really?
Yeah, my 27-year-old daughter, I'm
It
like,
keeps me young.
stop it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, you couldn't pay me. I'm not going to do that.
It's one of these let's get real or let's stop playing situations.
Yeah.
Right on.
Real and authentic here, guys.
Yeah, we are. She came out the gate authentic.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have no shame.
Yeah.
no shame whatsoever.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
It's working, girl.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Give me some Botox or some Motox in my case. Right?
Botox.
There you go.
Oh my God. I will get through this bio. Okay, so Anna also has a strong background in healthcare administration and nutrition. Known for her fast-paced work ethic and attention to detail, she has received multiple awards for her performance and continues to advance her education at Pikes Peak Community College.
Welcome, Anna.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome.
You're so funny. I almost want to start with you, but I won't.
Oh gosh. Why not?
I want
We
some
can change it up.
authenticity here, right? Some vulnerability going on. Yeah, Thasha, let us start with you this morning because, you come where you come where you are authentically. So why don't you help our audience understand a little bit about the background of Thasha McVey?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's unpacking a lot. Like, how much time do we have? Because, I'm not young.
About 7 minutes.
About 7 minutes. So 5 minutes, so Q&A. So, I've only been in Colorado since 2018. And so coming here, from where we were stationed in California, one of the things that I really wanted to do was get out of corporate America and go back into affecting nonprofits, because my heart was really into, the purpose and the mission and just the effect that nonprofits have. And so I took a position with Open Bible Medical Clinic and Pharmacy as the outreach director.
I know those folk.
Jeff.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, wonderful. So, starting to work with them, and he gave me my budget, and I'm looking at this, and I'm like, great. This is enough for the month, and of course.
It's for the year.
And I'm like, what do you mean? What?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with this? So welcome to nonprofit.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just mind blown. And, so getting creative and learning, from how to switch and pivot from this, huge corporate component to we have no resources, we're borrowing everybody else's resources, we're sharing, and getting really creative and understanding this real world and delving into it. And then, of course, the grant components and what happens when the grants end and all the, oh, man. Welcome to
Nonprofit.
Nonprofit.
101.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
So,
So before that, though, because 2018, there was a life. I know that you're more than 21. Right? So take us back a little bit further, because there's some things that happen in life.
There are.
The reason
some
I'm
things.
saying is because I know it. Right?
So,
Personally, growing up, where you from, all of
this
gosh,
your story.
my story. I only have 7 minutes to unpack a lifetime of stories.
You just wasted 2.
I know.
You got
I'm about to get running. Just like boom, the fire,
Yes.
starter pistol. So, grew up in Northern California.
Oh, me
and
too.
so in Yuba City. So small ag town north of
that's really
Sacramento.
cool.
My
Yeah.
parents still live there. Started my life and stuff really, on from there. Got married young.
How young?
We were 17 when I met him. He was much, much older. He was a captain in the Air Force, so it was not really.
He was a captain in the Air Force?
Yes.
Oh, my. Well, you can go to jail for dating a 17-year-old as a captain in the Air Force.
So,
Are you still with the same guy?
no.
Oh, okay. I'm like, 'cause you're
She says that emphatically.
so funny. So you got married, what, 21 or?
So we got married shortly. Oh my gosh! Now I'm gonna have to go back. That was just a chapter that I didn't ever want to have to open. Thank you very much. But,
Sorry.
No, that's okay. It got opened and it was closed for very good reason. So and my husband, my current husband, and I, who we just celebrated our 20th.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, right.
Oh, so I can't believe I haven't killed him and that he still loves me.
Oh, my God.
No, so my best friend from high school, it's her older brother. And so,
What?
yes,
Oh,
we
wow.
have known each other forever. And so it's just, and it really, we always thought that one of our families would, we would become one family. And
Yeah.
I really thought probably it was my best friend and my older brother that were going to get married and make our families one. And lo and behold, that wasn't,
And she was okay with you dating her brother?
Well, at this point, by the time we got back together, we were different lives.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
So they were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't date your friends.
Yeah.
I mean, you're absolutely right. You don't date. If you want to stay friends, you don't date.
your
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
So at this point, we were, well into college and different. And she was in the military, and so different lifestyle, a different piece, different.
Did you have kids with your first husband? Oh, okay.
No, he had 2 daughters.
He had 2 daughters already.
And when you met him at 17, wow.
Yeah, I was closer in age with the girls than I was.
Wow.
It happens. We've
love.
all been there.
So, but my life took a unique turn and twist, and then just obviously it made me who I am.
Yeah.
I think where you're going, I did launch into law school and become an attorney, and I did do 2 years of clerkship, and quickly realized, oh gosh, why did I do that? I don't want to practice law to save my life. Oh my gosh, 90 hours a week, and the billables, and you're making sure your increments, and you've got to go back, and I mean, oh my
Stressful.
gosh, and it's just, and I did corporate law, and specifically my specialty is contracts, and so for me to come in with a piece. I'm dealing with a lot of small businesses or corporations that are owned, by 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
And most people don't realize one lawsuit can end a company in its entirety, which is horrendous. And then you're the one sitting there still billing and still getting paid.
Yeah.
And it's like these people and their future and their livelihood and what it launched into. I mean, that just
It just didn't sit right with you.
It didn't sit right with me. No, not at all. And it's just, it was one of those things within our system that really, hey, there has to be a better way. And you're always hoping that they have the right insurance, because oftentimes their insurance will come in and foot the bill.
Right.
But you're hoping, right? And
Yeah.
small businesses, depending on how they launch and when they launch, they don't always have the correct pieces in place to be
Matter
able
of fact,
to.
most times they don't.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate, but it's true.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
So that's what I came here. That's why I really wanted to launch into more of the nonprofit. Let's see, let's rebuild my soul.
Yes.
You're laughing, but that's
We get soul sucking. We've both been in soul sucking spaces, so
Yes.
we know
Yeah.
about soul rebuild. So,
yeah,
yeah,
and that's
it's a
really
real
what
thing.
that's definitely what it was
Yeah.
about. I love the law. I love what I know about it, and I love the aspects of it. I know the deficits within our system, and from both aspects. My husband's federal law enforcement, so seeing it on the criminal side, and you see it on the civil side as well. And it's one of those things that, hey, it just wasn't. It's not in my DNA.
That's your thing. Yeah. But you still get a law degree, which is pretty sneaky
know.
cool.
Yeah,
It's a great
Not
way
many
to
people can
front
say
you,
that.
right? Yeah. By
I
the way,
can't believe Team Select got you with a law degree. Wow. You are overqualified.
I love Team Select. I kid
Yeah,
you
they're
not.
amazing. I know
When
them well.
I went in, and I just felt like I was walking into family. I'm like,
Yeah.
these are my people.
Yeah.
You don't know it, but these are my people.
Yeah.
It's a great company.
Yeah.
I've
it
met
is.
everyone. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, that leads us into you then, young lady.
Yes.
Talking about tell us a little bit about who Anna is.
Yeah, so I was born in Arizona, moved to Colorado when I was 5. I have lived all over Colorado. I moved 16 times before the age of 18.
Oh my.
Yeah, so we moved a lot. We were not military. So I know a lot of people in the state of Colorado. It's a very small state. And yeah, my mom was married. She was divorced 2 times when I was younger. And I think just seeing us having to uproot our life and change so drastically, I did not want that for myself. And so I started working at a very young age, at 15.
15.
And I worked 2 to 3 jobs. And I saved enough money and bought my first house at 18.
Wow.
Yeah, so I bought my first house when I was 18 years
Who
old.
even thinks about that?
My mom was definitely a good encouragement of that.
Yeah.
And so that definitely helped me, financially in a sense. And then I went to Metro State, got my degree in healthcare. I wanted to get nursing, could not pass chemistry.
Oh.
Yeah. It took it 3 times. When I went back to Pikes Peak, I finally passed it with a C.
For you.
And just got into healthcare and worked at Children's Hospital for 5 years.
Oh my.
Doing what?
I was afloat, so I worked in 45 clinics doing scheduling
Okay.
and check-in and all of that.
Yeah.
So loved it. And then I couldn't advance though. I got offered 3 times per promotion, and they always picked the other candidate. And so after that, many times it kind of wears on you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I moved to the Springs and finally got the promotion.
Where were you at, in Denver?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I worked at Anschutz.
Okay, and she was, yeah.
Yep. And then moved to the Springs 5 years ago. Got promoted at Children's, and then COVID happened. Working from home full time, and I just wanted to be out in the field, and so. But the grass is not always greener on the other side, so I left Children's, went to the University of Colorado, did not have a good experience, and then ended up getting into the mental health field. So then I worked at 3 nonprofits since.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel like nonprofit is a landing space for you?
Yeah, I absolutely love nonprofit. I love giving back to the community, helping individuals. I'm really great at what I do, being able to connect with everyone. I don't think there's one person I can't connect with.
Yeah.
Just because I have a large past and a lot of history. You know, my dad was in jail for 18 years and substance abuse, and like I feel like I can relate with a lot of people in some
indeed.
regard.
Yeah.
So I was really great at my job.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
So.
Yeah. Wow. Your dad was in prison for, my brother was in prison for 18 years.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah.
Is he out now?
Yeah, 3 years.
I know my dad actually attended my wedding. It was really nice.
Oh,
to have
did
him
he?
there,
Yeah, so he's out now?
Yes.
Okay.
Love that.
That is
Yeah.
so awesome.
So
That must
your
been-
relationship's restored.
It's
Getting there.
Getting-
yeah.
That's good.
There's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, there's a lot,
Yeah.
But I'm happy to have him in my life
Yeah.
in some regard.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, he didn't walk me down the aisle or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, because you don't really know him in a lot of regards,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys somewhat strangers to one another, so that
Yeah,
has to
exactly.
build and rebuild, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Thanks for sharing that.
And good for
course.
you for being mature enough to want to rebuild and give it a
yeah.
shot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because we're never given a manual, and you'll know that when you start having kids. You don't have kids yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
When
We're
you start
trying.
having kids, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is not easy.
I know.
What was I thinking?
Yeah.
I know.
You
Yeah.
say that a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
But a lot of people blame mom or dad or aunt or uncle or whatever, and it's so easy to shoot darts, but until you walk that walk, it is.
Yeah. I have 5 children. She's
I have
4.
4.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we know babies. I have 13 grandchildren.
Oh my gosh, that is a huge family.
I know.
I have 3 more years. I have 2 15-year-olds. So
Oh, okay, so
I'm
you
like,
got a little while till your grandma.
yes.
She has a 27-year-old,
Yeah.
25-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. They're just not doing it.
No, this is really great.
Thank
My
you.
kids got the memo. The only reason I had them were to have them.
That's so funny.
No, it's true because there is a huge difference when you become a grandparent. And
It is.
I'm looking forward to that. I mean, no rush. I don't want to rush.
And I
my
had a friend that
daughters.
said, God's gift to you for not killing
Killing your own children.
is the
was the
It's the grandkids, yeah.
And it is so true.
Yes.
So funny.
Do you have grandbabies?
One, she's almost 2.
Oh, I love that.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you tell her babies are like Lay's potato chips. No one can have just one.
We're hoping that we're going to see another one, but,
Well, we're
it's not up to me.
We're populating the world, man. It's not like it was when I was coming up. There was an expectation that you were going to repopulate the world, right?
Yeah.
And
Even
people
one
come
of
and
it
say, I
too is
can't
it's just
afford
the
it.
expense. It's the expense.
But-
We live in California,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
They
it's
can
not.
move back here. and
It's not any
come-
cheaper than it is.
Yeah.
It's not.
No.
No, I feel like
Taxes
Colorado
and
is
Yeah.
expensive.
Colorado, it actually costs us more to live here than it did in California.
Wow.
Yeah, people don't realize that, but yeah, it's.
Yeah. In some parts of California, that's true. Yeah. But you know what? God always gives you what you need when you have the baby.
That's right.
Because he says
Yeah.
they're blessings.
Yeah, you figure it out.
Right?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
There were
Make it work.
15 of us. Come on, I'm number 2 of 15.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
huge family.
Yeah. And we made
It's
it.
like everyone
We
said.
ate every day.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't live in luxury. We grew up in poverty, but we loved each other.
Yeah.
And to me, there is no substitute for love.
Yeah.
There really isn't.
true.
So,
I love your tattoo. Did you see her tattoo?
Oh yeah,
what is that?
that's my
I love
husband's.
you.
My husband's handwriting. Horrible handwriting. I was not. I was like, man, you really couldn't have better handwriting. I actually surprised him with this on our 6-month
Aw.
anniversary. Yeah, I knew he was the one after the
Did
3 months.
you?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Because I'm 32, and so we met when I was 30. He's the same age,
Yeah.
and you know. I had been waiting a long time.
Yeah.
I dated a lot.
That's okay.
I dated a lot, yes.
That's
I dated a lot. But I waited. I wanted to make sure I didn't have what my mom had, because she's been married and divorced 3 times. And so I was fine waiting
Yeah.
for the right one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You should thank your mom for that. Say, Mom, I know it was difficult.
Oh, yeah, she did such a good job,
It was
though.
so hard, but your example showed me waiting was good.
The right choice,
thing
yeah.
to do.
Oh, she was a phenomenal mother.
Yeah. Isn't
Yes.
that awesome?
That's great.
Yeah, even through it all.
I lived a very good life, yeah.
Yeah. Props, Mom.
Yes.
Yeah, big time.
I know she's excited about this. She was like, I'll have to get the link so I can watch it.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, she was so excited.
You guys are close?
Oh, yeah, she's my best friend.
Oh, it's so great.
Yeah.
You have brothers, sisters?
I have an older sister of 2 years.
Yeah.
She is a nurse. She has 3 kids, 3 girls.
You guys like each other? Oh, same as my daughters. You didn't even have the answer.
We have a working relationship. Well, yeah, we're family. I love her. And I love her for my nieces.
Yes.
I love her for my nieces. So
Hopefully my girls aren't watching. Same thing to me. And I'm that same look would have
you're
happened.
too similar. Sometimes sisters are just too similar that we're just combative with one another.
See, and I'm opposite. My sister and I are night and day.
Are you guys close though?
No.
Oh.
No, not close either. Wow.
Do you know my sister Kim Searles with Beneficent?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, she's my sister.
Oh my gosh, all these years, I never knew that was your sister. Yes, I know Ken.
Yes.
Of course I do.
Yeah? She introduced us?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
we've been
networking.
friends for about 10 years now. Yeah.
Yeah, a long time.
And
Yeah,
So,
wow.
and I
yeah.
started with First Flight Home Care.
Okay.
Oh, so you were in home care as well?
Oh yeah, I know it well.
Yeah.
And I was the business developer for Brookdale for all 5.
Oh, I know Brookdale, yeah.
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 Between
Wow.
here and Pueblo.
Yeah.
And then COVID
wild.
happened, and I was like, and I can't stay in a building. Gotta go.
Yeah.
Because that's like snuffing out my life. For those who know me best, putting me in a building doesn't work. Especially when you're the business developer, doesn't work.
Well, and then all the regulation. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
How, but
I
yeah, it was-
swear Brookdale was like, besides God and the government, after the president knew, Brookdale knew what was up with COVID. Like, they had us so paranoid. I literally had to get out of my car, strip my clothes, go directly to the washer machine, and put my clothes in the washer machine. Like, they had me so paranoid. It was...
I knew her doing it because she would call me. So, man,
It was awful.
her whole personality was taken away.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
My
it
sister
like-
was the same, being an ICU nurse during
Yes.
COVID. Like, that was hard. Like, she'd have to come home, strip in the garage. Yeah.
That's what I
She had
did.
3 kids.
Yeah,
so.
me too. I was
Yeah.
a single mom, and I couldn't say no to the money, but then I could.
At some point.
After a while, I was like, okay.
Your
I'm,
happiness is more important.
She met a
Yeah.
software engineer.
Oh, wow, look at you. That's why.
no, that's when I went to work with Heartland. Not
That
true.
is so funny.
Right on, John.
It's not true. That's not the backstory.
Poor thing.
Anyway, I did credit card.
Hey, I would say no shame. I have no
Me
shame
either.
in that.
I would have
No, but he wasn't that for me. That's the wrong
He
story.
was a software engineer,
He
but that's
is
not
a
the
software-
reason.
that is
he is
not what happened.
That's not the reason she
Yeah.
married him.
Well, of course
That-
not. Of course not.
Yeah, I wasn't even dating him yet. So no, I just started dating him at that point.
But you want to be able to recapture your soul.
See, he's believing you, and now the whole world's gonna believe you because you're laughing so hard.
It's okay.
I know, right?
You should be proud of your man.
Oh, I am. I was trying to tell my backstory, and you
Oh.
like I'm a gold digger. What?
No.
I wouldn't be living in
I didn't
Woodbridge
frame it
if
that
that was
way.
the case.
Woo! I hit a button there, didn't I? Look at that. Happy
my-
birthday,
I'm
Lisa.
not an
Happy
advocate.
birthday, Lisa.
I'm not an advocate for being a gold digger,
Yeah,
and for him
you're
to
not a
be
gold digger.
presumptuously
No, you're
leading with
good.
that.
No, I'm saying that helped. Anyone that knows you're not a gold digger.
Okay.
And the
I
rest
know
of them,
that,
you don't
but-
have to explain
Okay.
to.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
You're good.
Let's move on.
We'll have coffee, and I'll tell you my story later.
I would.
Yes, we would love that.
Since Frank is hijacking the show.
It's like trying
I
to.
love her. That's why we do get along. I know it doesn't look like it, but we do. We get along. You know, Robert Frost had this quote, young lady, and I want to use it with you, Thasha. I should be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. 2 roads diverged in the wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. What is your road less traveled?
Well, I mean, not even the road less traveled. It's the road, that you kind of forge on your own, right? It's my own, my own story, my own path. This has been tough, coming into merging back into nonprofits and back in even just into, a different aspect of life. I mean, my gosh, I sit here and I look at it and you talk about sales and relationships and, I'm big on developing certain things. And I really focus more on interpersonal development because it is so important. And I do think that's the road less traveled. I don't think that a lot of people look at, themselves and how they play a role in certain pieces. When I had somebody say something, it's like, wait a minute, how could I have affected that situation? Jocko, he wrote a great book, Extreme, Ownership. And it's true because, you play such a you have to take your own, responsibility for yourselves and the things and the role that you play. And you have to understand perspective plays a huge aspect in different things. And if you're focused this way and you're not looking at all of this, you're not going to get what you need. And so for me, I think that is definitely that less traveled path is the way that I really take a look at that introspective piece and making sure that I stay true to myself and what I want and what I'm looking for and just the different pieces and, that thankful piece too. I mean, my goodness, I get to wake up every day, so far. I don't know my aspiration day.
Yeah, there will be a day you don't wake up, one out of one.
And what do you do? Exactly. What do you do with that, right? You talk about what do you do with that? And I know we talked just before the show, you guys do this on Mondays and, I'm like, most people dread Mondays. And I'm like, it is my favorite day of the week. It is absolutely my favorite day of the week. And people think I'm insane. But then I walk them through my philosophy. It's like, you're sitting at the amusement park, the entertainment park, and you're going up on the roller coaster, and you get up there and you climb into the seat, and you get in, you buckle in, and then you start to hear it, and it goes clink, 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 right? That's your Monday, and you get to the top, and you're there, and it's just off, and it's going to take you where it takes you, and it's going to get you to
Throw your hands up in the air.
and
Let's
you
go,
do.
baby.
And you can try to force it, but your weekend, your day is off to the and it's right.
Yeah, off to the races.
And that's how you go. And so for me, Monday and just kind of life, you can try to push it and you can try to do certain things, but you have to also be aware that hey, you can only do so much, and sometimes things are there for a reason. That turn was there for a reason. You may not see it, you may not understand it, and it's tough. And that and the mental health piece that goes into that too, right? That's always very, very difficult.
Yes.
That is one thing that I think people don't pay attention to. So making sure that you're being supportive of the people around you and just the community you live in. You never know when somebody needs that, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
That's my little day. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, that was awesome. Why are you sorry? I was incredible. Yeah. Yeah. How about this young lady, Lisa, right here?
I know.
In our backstory, we're talking about how many jobs she worked.
Yes.
Hustle muscle.
What's up with that? Tell us about that.
Yeah.
I've always carried like 3 jobs ever since children's and like COVID happened, not having that like personal relationships. I started to waitress again at Outback Steakhouse, and
My kids all Outback.
yeah, I love Outback. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, let me waitress the restaurant I want to eat at. And so, yeah, I just did it part-time just, to have some extra money and have some social interactions, and I just never left. And so now I'm pushing 5 years.
Oh, you're there still?
Yep, I'm still
Which
there.
one are you at so we know where
I'm
to go?
over at the one by Tinseltown.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
I used to live down south.
Okay.
And so it was like 3 minutes down from my house.
yeah.
I now live north, like I live over here,
That
but
takes you.
I'm comfortable there.
Yeah.
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 They're your people, right?
Yeah, and then I also got a job at Top Golf. So I've been there now 4 years. So I've worked there 4 years. And yeah, I just always have that on top of my career. And then I do a sales position with Poseidon Solutions, their water filtration company, and so I do that now full time. Yeah,
Wow.
so I work a lot.
So were you working with her before?
No, so my company that I worked for previously, I actually met Thasha because I was doing marketing for my company on top of my job.
Okay.
And that's how I met Thasha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know, and it's just one of those things that you just forge these relationships, and
Yeah.
it's more than just the business side of it. It's very much more interpersonal, and you really get to know an individual, and really you just integrate as friends, and that's how she and I started. And she's absolutely remarkable, and I just sit here and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I do it.
I feel like Thasha is such a blessing in my life. She was one of the first people I called after I was let go and tell her, and she's like, it is nothing personal to you.
Yeah.
And that's like, and I knew it wasn't. Like,
But it's still hard.
it was hard because I loved my team.
Yeah.
You know, I was a supervisor of 11 people, and I loved my team, and they loved me.
Yeah.
Like, everyone reached out to me on my personal cell and was like, I can't believe this. We're going to miss you. You were the best boss I've ever had. And that was the hardest thing, is like to walk away from a job that I know I did nothing wrong.
Right.
That was the hardest thing. Like, it's one thing to own it. Like, I messed up.
Yeah.
I could have done better.
Yeah.
But I feel like I was doing everything, like going that extra mile. Like, I was doing marketing for the company, bringing in referrals every month, doing my supervisor job, like being a good leader.
How long have you been there?
I'd been there over 2 years.
Wow.
And so it was hard, you know?
That was hard.
Yeah, I loved my job.
Yeah, so I know how that feels. It's no joke.
But I know.
You talk about that mental health piece too, and making sure, hey, I think we can all relate. We've all been there, and if you haven't, I'm sorry, it's not the most enjoyable piece. You likely will occur that at some point in your life, but knowing that you have people in your corner that are rooting for you and helping you, I think is that really is what gets you through, because it is tough.
Yeah.
And what does that look like? Well, thankfully,
were
she's
you
got
let go of the job you were in before? You weren't you, before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where were you?
So America's Preferred Home Warranty.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, they did layoffs, right?
The layoffs. Yeah.
Yeah. And you had what, 3, 4, 5 years there? Or?
2.5, almost 3.
Almost 3. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I left during COVID. I left Sunny Vista. And went because healthcare and working in a SNF and assistant. I mean, as you know, it was not the easiest thing, and all the changes. And talk about getting your soul back. I mean, it was really tough. You have to tell people, I'm so sorry you can't come see your loved one right now.
Yeah.
The regulations, they're actively passing, and you're like,
Yeah, Children's had the same restrictions. That was difficult.
I mean, how tough is that? Does that not take a part of your soul when you're telling people that?
Absolutely.
Because if it were the roles were reversed, how would you? I mean, I certainly would.
How would you feel? Yeah.
I'd be breaking down that door,
Exactly.
to get to my loved one.
Yeah.
I am very tough, very difficult. So when APHW reached out, it was, tell me more. Tell me more. And that was launching back into, getting out of nonprofit and launching back into, corporate America. And it was like, did I really want to do that? But I didn't want to stay in healthcare at the time just because of the challenges and stuff. It was really tough.
And even in best of times, healthcare is a challenge. Even in best of times.
It's not easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, you put so much in
Oh, yeah.
to that space and something. You're doing extraordinary work. So that had nothing to do with you leaving. It's
Right.
soul-sucking part of it, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Anna.
Yes.
You're married now.
Yes.
Tell us about this handsome
Yes.
human.
He is. I was talking about he is a hunk. I call him. He is.
Wow, she led with a hung.
Yes. Yeah.
That's how my wife leads about me.
He's a Greek god. He's built very well. He's built very well.
Gosh, do we know this guy?
Yeah. His name's Danny. So he does fire sprinklers. He's a fire sprinkler fitter for the union.
Okay.
For the union.
Yes, he's worked there for 11 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's got a great
pretty
job.
Secure. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, he loves his job. Yeah.
How'd you meet?
We met on Hinge.
What is that?
Online.
It's a
app.
dating app.
Oh, I'm unhinged.
You're attached.
You're attached,
That's
though.
why I'm unhinged.
Yes.
So funny. Yeah, trust me, you did not miss out. The dating apps were not.
Yeah, I never.
Yeah, they were a lot.
You never did that?
I did online Christian cafe, and that's how I found my other husband, and it was bad.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm so
and that's
sorry,
no
yeah.
longer.
I have not heard of
The
Christian
Christian
Cafe.
Cafe
I've heard
is
of
no
like,
longer.
yeah,
Yeah.
Christian
It's
Mingle.
non-existent.
Christian
Yeah, I heard
Mingle,
of
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, so you
But I
went
feel
to the
like dating
cafe,
apps
no
are what,
wonder.
yeah, like that's
But
what
it was
is,
online.
you
It was
know?
only online though, so you're like in safe messaging portals.
Yeah.
It was nothing like swipe right or left. Or
Yeah, that's
whatever
what
you guys
this is,
do.
yeah.
That's so cutthroat.
It is.
Like my 27-year-old daughter hates
pickier.
it.
You can be pickier, you know,
And
and
sometimes it even works.
well, it worked out for me finally.
It did.
After so many swipes, I finally landed the line. So I couldn't wait to delete that app.
Yes, you were like, and I'm done.
Yes. I was
But
very
you said
happy.
you knew right away.
Yeah. Like
So-
the minute after our first date, I called my mom and I told her, I was like, Danny reminds me of home. He like reminded me of my Minnesota like family, just very humble, very good.
Yeah.
And he was, and yeah, he's a great guy.
That is
so
so
And he's got a
great.
phenomenal family. I feel very lucky. I'm very blessed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're here?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, they live in Black
wonderful.
Forest.
Uh-huh.
So great.
Yeah, and he has an older sister that we're besties. She's like the older sister I've always wish I had.
Incredible.
So
Well, that's the beauty of adulting. You can pick your family,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Outside of bloodline.
exactly. And he comes from a family, like it was really important to me that I met someone that came from a family that like they weren't divorced.
Yeah.
Their parents.
Yeah.
And his parents have been married almost 50 years. Or 30 years. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh my god, I just
30
aged them
somebody.
tenfold. So sorry. So sorry, Pam and Bill.
50 minus 20.
No, I think they're gonna celebrate their 30th. Their 30th, yeah.
And that really says a lot.
And I love that.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm glad that you had it. Isn't it awesome that you had parameters around the person you wanted to meet? Marrying someone whose family is solid, the parents have stayed together,
Which
and
is
we
so hard to
see,
find.
yeah, because
Yeah.
you didn't get an
'Cause I
opportunity
didn't
to
have
have
that.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that looks like.
Yes.
And so I wanted someone to have that foundation.
Yeah.
So great. John lived a
Same.
normal life
Yeah.
like that.
I think like we all
That is
hope
so
for it.
abnormal.
Divorce is normal.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
right?
very common.
Yeah.
Very common.
But I look at my parents. My parents are still married. My husband's parents are still married.
Oh.
So great.
So I think that there are aspects. I think it is definitely a generational thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I look at my generation and all of my siblings. We've all had divorces.
Divorces,
Yeah,
yeah.
everyone in my family, my parents were divorced.
Okay.
I don't know. My
Which is
sister,
surprising though for your parents for back then.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's-
say.
And 15
not for
of you-
me though, and God bless my parents. They're both gone already. The happiest day of my life is when my mom decided that he couldn't come back.
Oh, so they're
As
divorced.
much as I love my dad and etc., he beat her, and I had to observe that.
Yeah.
So that was not, that took a long time for that to process through my heart and mind, having
Yeah.
to watch that all the time and stuff. So, so I was glad that she found.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Get out." Let me help you pack your bags.
Yeah.
That's how I'd be.
I love you, Dad, but I need to love you from a
Absolutely
distance.
not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's my thing is like my mom was an incredible woman. Like none of her divorces were her doing.
You're right.
It was the
She
man.
has love.
She has a hard time picking a good man.
Do you think
Yeah.
that that's why you really knew exactly the pieces that you
Oh,
wanted?
without a doubt,
I
yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Like Danny doesn't drink, he doesn't use drugs, like, and that's all by choice. Like and I wanted that. Like I wanted someone because of the history I've had with my dad and my past and everything.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
looked for certain Thanks.
Thanks.
So great.
Oh, we're so happy
Yeah,
for you.
and then I always have a DD now, you know? I'm just
A what?
a DD.
Designated driver.
driver.
Oh.
So she can drink.
So yeah, I can have my few cocktails and it'll drive me home.
Oh my gosh.
You know
My
what I'm
husband
saying?
don't drink, but I throw down.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy myself. I work hard, you know. I work hard to play hard.
Yes.
So
You're so funny. You and Lisa, I can see you guys. I see you guys being good friends.
Yeah, you're my tribe.
for real. You know how it be.
Yep.
My wife is so not, but she was a party when I met her, man. But she before we got married, she stopped drinking. And
Really?
hasn't drank since.
See, and I love that. See, and
Yeah.
I, like when I have kids, I feel like things will change. You know, my priorities will change.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
yeah, you
And
don't
then
want
they change again
Exactly. Yeah.
when they become teenagers. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is why God made wine.
Exactly.
This is why Jesus told his mother Mary to turn the water into wine. I get it. Okay.
That is so.
Just sharing the gospel, Frank.
his very
Life
first
changed
miracle.
Right? Yes. I wish I could do miracles like that. Oh, man.
I can't.
So, Thasha, what's been something really challenging that you've been dealing with, like getting on boarding with Team Select, and just share a little bit about your
Oh
today's
my
world.
gosh, today's world in healthcare,
Yeah.
especially, because
What does Team Select do, first of all?
So home care. So if you think about, the different pieces that come into taking somebody and keeping them in their home, it's cheaper to keep somebody in their home than it is to hospitalize them. It's very expensive to hospitalize them, keep them in a skilled nursing facility or someplace else. I mean, and ideally people heal better at home. And we understand that, so we want to make sure that they're safe while they're doing that, keeping that independence, whether they're pediatrics or adults, right? And then of course we take the part that a lot of organizations don't want. We take the Medicaid piece, so the state, funds portions of that, and the feds fund portions of that, and of course this particular state just changed a lot of the rules effective July 1st, so there's been a lot of quick up speed on not only learning everything, now whoops, it's all on its head, and trying to learn that and how you educate the
In a
community.
good way, or is it?
I think it will be a good way.
Okay,
I do.
okay.
I think long
Ultimately.
term,
Yeah.
ultimately it will. I
Yeah.
mean, when you change something, especially as
Yeah.
dramatically as
Sure.
this, it's going to take a while.
The
And this-
transition, yeah.
Yeah.
for sure, and everybody that's involved in it. We have so much of our population in the state that is, on the Medicaid benefits or healthcare. It definitely, and it's confusing, and nobody really understands the pieces. The state has had this in the works for like 3 years now, and so just the launch of it it's already off to a little rocky start, which happens, but hopefully they're going to learn and keep tweaking and adapting.
How about
Things
the
out.
federal and what's happened federally? How is that impacting you guys?
So it hasn't, and it doesn't look like it's going to with
Okay.
our particular pieces, and that was the biggest push with a big part of this, is that trying to get individuals off of certain programs and on more of the state funded. The feds are giving that additional 6% kicker, and people are like, oh, well, traditionally, the state comes up with 50%, the feds come up with 50%, and you're talking billions of dollars.
Yeah, you are.
So
Yeah.
when you talk about now it can go to 44 and a 56%, that amount of savings is so dramatic and extensive in the billions that
because it's so
that
much money.
that kickback is really, I don't want to say it's kickback, additional kicker, additional funding for those pieces to get them on the state. And I don't know how long that is supposed to last, but the initial launch is really, pivoting this way. And then the rollout and how that looks for individuals and stuff. So that has been definitely a big challenge for sure.
Yeah.
Thankfully with my legal background.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
It all falls into place. You're like, I got
That's
this.
right. That's
Yeah.
you got
You're
it.
like, bam, this is easy for me.
Yeah,
Not easy.
right? Well, and I also want to say, like, Team Select, they really go above and beyond. Like, with the old company that I was working with, they help their clients. Like, they can meet a patient and not even be able to accept this patient. Like, they don't qualify for the services, and they don't just, like, say goodbye. They will help them find the resources they need or someone that can help them. And you don't meet organizations that do that. And they're doing that for free.
Yeah.
And her whole company is like that. Everyone I've met, people in
That's
Denver,
awesome.
Pueblo, and, like, that's the thing. It says a lot about Thasha, the organization. Like, they're really incredible.
Yeah. You know, as I listen to you, you know what comes to mind for
What?
me? You know, one day you need to consider keynoting. Talking before crowds, inspiration.
Oh, absolutely not.
That means you're gonna do it.
My hands are sweating right now just doing this podcast. It's like,
Project so well.
yeah, but public speaking, number one fear.
Yeah, you'd rather be in the casket than giving a eulogy, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I like to prepare. I will memorize the speech. I will do everything.
But
I'm not
might
one to
be your
picture
call.
everyone in their underpants. That does not work.
it doesn't.
No.
That helped me.
Yeah, so my knees will be shaking. I have to, like, wear pants or, like, be behind something because my knees.
We
know-
got to wind down here, Lisa.
Wait, I gotta say one more thing
Okay.
from what she just said. So the one thing that changed my whole situation in the call center, because I grew up in the call center for like
Yeah.
12 years. I was addicted to customer service. I loved it. But the one thing that shifted me, like literally within a week, I was promoted to management like that. Do you know what it was?
What?
I realized that my office, the manager, the director over the whole place,
She could hear you.
she went to the bathroom, pulled her pants down, and peed and pooed just like I did. And I was like, she's normal. She is not going to intimidate me. And then
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
I literally, I was like,
That analogy kind of
I was like, Lisa, I don't know.
She's going, what?
Should I either watch it or go to the bathroom?
It's like, what do you mean?
but I realized that
Everyone's the same.
everyone pulls
Yeah.
down their pants and goes pee and
Yes.
poo. And as soon as I realized that, I was like, and it's on. And literally, she walks out of the bathroom. I walked right up to her, and every day since, I was working that relationship.
I love
It
that.
gave
And
you
I
the
got
confidence.
promoted. It gave me the confidence
Yeah.
to not be scared and intimidated
Yeah,
by the
you're right.
position and the title. Yeah, it was
all
amazing.
that- all the
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
because that's very, when you're
It is.
in your early 20s, that is so intimidating.
It
I
is.
was really
Same
scared.
thing happened for me. My mentor was the CEO of this company, 19,000 person company. And when he took me into his home and said, Frank, your talent, skills, and abilities are extraordinary. Then I could talk to my CEO around the rest of the organization just like any other human.
Yeah.
Everyone else was intimidated by him, right? You know, MIT grad, all of these things and stuff. But for me, he was just my friend.
Yeah.
And from that moment on, I never was intimidated by
What if we started doing
Yeah.
business like that? You're just my friend.
Exactly.
You're just my friend.
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
And that
It
approach.
shifts it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, I'm not intimidated either by success because I love leadership and I love going above and beyond and getting acknowledged and
Yeah.
things like that. So I've never been quiet. I just, public speaking, I'm like, oh,
Okay. We'll revisit it next time.
Yep, we'll work on that.
yeah.
As a matter of fact, we can work on it right now. Ask her a question.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Okay. So, Anna, I am going to put you on the spot first. So, I would like, as you know, our mission is to infuse hope and encouragement to the world. So, I'd like you to look at that camera and encourage the world, and then let them know how to reach you.
Okay. I encourage you guys all to put your best foot forward every day. Definitely try to make a difference in someone's life, no matter who's watching. It's fulfilling to you, and that is the biggest reward. You can reach me. What do I give? Just
I don't know. Anything you want them to reach you for?
reach me like my phone numbers, my
Yeah.
digits.
Yeah.
You can, or you can email,
Or email.
whatever's the best
Okay, yeah. You can reach me at 720-229-6095, and also my email is aludwig0522@gmail.com.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
And
All right.
Ludwig.
I know. I would say you've got to be authentic. That was how kind of we started. I think that, making sure everybody's authentic, you got to be true to yourself above and beyond, things will fall in place as they're supposed to. So yes, absolutely. You can definitely reach me. I would say email is going to be the best way because, I don't keep my phone on me. I'm too busy having so much fun. So Thasha.McVey at tshc.com for sure.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies, for being with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was fun.
This was great.
We'll be back with show 2 in a few moments.
Hello, I'm Frank, and this is
Lisa.
We want to welcome you to the Be Encouraged Show, where each week we reach an audience of 45,000 potential listeners
And growing.
across our social platforms and guest networks. Our mission is simple yet profound: to spread hope and encouragement, connecting our audience with stories that uplift and inspire.
So, whether you're a business owner looking to expand your reach or someone eager to share your journey of impact, our platform is designed to highlight the positive differences we can all make.
Getting involved with our show is easy and rewarding. First, you get to be a guest on this show. This is a fantastic opportunity for brand recognition as you share your story with our engaged listeners.
And Frank and I are now offering Q&A Mastermind monthly sessions. And these are not just informative experiences, but we actually help with your business on strategic insights and provide a supportive group setting.
Oh, yes, we do, don't we? And if you're looking to drive targeted lead generation, consider sponsoring our show. We offer multiple tiers and customizable options to fit your marketing needs perfectly.
We have had over 350 guests, and they have been able to brand themselves and share all the goodness that they are doing here in community.
And it's not just about numbers. Our approach opens up a space for vulnerability, helping our guests genuinely connect with audiences. This authentic interaction is a powerful catalyst for community and business growth. Take, for example, we have partners here at Be Encouraged, and since getting involved with our platform, they've seen a staggering 900% growth in just 7 months here in the Springs.
So if you're ready to make a significant impact, join us today at beencouraged.net.
And let's make the world a more hopeful and connected place, one story at a time.
From my dad's 40-year grind as an immigrant mechanic to personal traumas such as my mom's suicide attempts, I know life's hurdles. That's why Crescio's mission is to empower the underprivileged right here in Colorado Springs. Are you struggling with sales? We'll help with leads and conversions. Or are you overwhelmed? We'll help with automating your tasks and optimizing your business for staffing. Are you ready to transform? Scan today to start.
Hello, I'm Frank, and this is
Lisa.
We want to welcome you to the Be Encouraged Show, where each week we reach an audience of 45,000 potential listeners
And growing.
Across our social platforms and guest networks, our mission is simple yet profound: to spread hope and encouragement, connecting our audience with stories that uplift and inspire.
So, whether you're a business owner looking to expand your reach or someone eager to share your journey of impact, our platform is designed to highlight the positive differences we can all make.
Getting involved with our show is easy and rewarding. First, you get to be a guest on this show. This is a fantastic opportunity for brand recognition as you share your story with our engaged listeners.
And Frank and I are now offering Q&A Mastermind monthly sessions. And these are not just informative experiences, but we actually help with your business on strategic insights and provide a supportive group setting.
Oh, yes, we do, don't we? And if you're looking to drive targeted lead generation, consider sponsoring our show. We offer multiple tiers and customizable options to fit your marketing needs. Hello, I'm Frank, and this is
Lisa.
We want to welcome you to the Be Encouraged Show, where each week we reach an audience of 45,000 potential listeners
And growing.
across our social platforms and guest networks. Our mission is simple yet profound: to spread hope and encouragement, connecting our audience with stories that uplift and inspire.
So, whether you're a business owner looking to expand your reach or someone eager to share your journey of impact, our platform is designed to highlight the positive differences we can all make.
Getting involved with our show is easy and rewarding. First, you get to be a guest on this show. This is a fantastic opportunity for brand recognition as you share your story with our engaged listeners.
And Frank and I are now offering Q&A Mastermind monthly sessions. And these are not just informative experiences, but we actually help with your business.
Hello, everyone. We're back. I'm Frank.
I'm Lisa.
This is the Be Encouraged Show with Frank and Lisa. We're so glad to have you here on a Monday afternoon, but I'm pretty stoked, Lisa, about the next guest that we're going to have. We had fun the first time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was like,
Yes.
Yeah. I want to apologize to you.
Yeah, you should. I concur.
You can tell I've been married a long time.
Yes.
Let me apologize to you for triggering you with that question.
Yes.
That was not good.
It's okay.
I have learned my lesson.
Okay.
For today.
You're amazing.
Yeah.
You're still amazing in my book, Frank.
Well, that's awesome. Good. Well, today's show is sponsored by Cressio, who offers to help entrepreneurs with pay you what you can consultations to understand AI agents and use them to increase your sales and lower your overhead. Visit Cressio.com and our dear friend Joshua Aguirre to learn more and check out the flyer. We left a flyer for you there as well. Lisa.
We've got a power couple in the house.
Yeah,
today.
baby.
I mean, we are so jazzed.
Yeah, baby.
It's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, you want to do the first guest?
Sure.
All right.
I can, because this man is
Yes.
my homie here. I'm telling you. I love this brother.
Yes.
He is such an incredible human. He's Monty Mora. Yes, that's his real name. And Monty is a Colorado Springs native, serves as a faith-based liaison at Pikes Peak Hospice and Palliative Care, and he also co-hosts My Favorite Marriage podcast with his beautiful bride, ranked 14th among the marriage podcasts, and there are many of them. So really be impressed. There are a lot of marriages. I know you wouldn't think about a breakup of marriages. There would be, but there are a lot of marriage podcasts, and their show reaches listeners in 34 countries. Welcome.
That's very exciting.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome. How do you pronounce your first name?
Janine.
Okay.
Yes.
So, because I know the French way and I wasn't going to mess that up. All right. So, Janine is a Colorado Springs native and is a high school math teacher at Weld High School and co-host of the Favorite Marriage podcast. She and Monty will celebrate 30 years of marriage on September 1st.
That's right.
That's right. They got married when they were
Thank you.
7.
Yeah.
They were like, why wait? Right?
Why wait? They knew it. They were meant for each other.
I found my human. There
Yep.
we go. Right?
That makes us happy.
Wow, so you're both natives.
Well, born and raised in Pueblo, Colorado, but we
Okay.
are now residing in the Colorado Springs area. Yes.
Yeah. Well, how did you meet?
You want to go?
She tells the story better. Yeah, different story.
There's
Is it a
slightly
different
different.
story?
Well, there's slight different details.
Okay.
Who
Yeah.
made the first move and all that stuff.
Oh.
So, which one
She
do you
made
want
the
to
first
hear?
move. Yeah.
I want yours because normally the woman's is closer to the truth.
Okay. Well, Monty and I met in church. We were both attending the same church, and we were also in the same youth ministry for years. And then we grew up in that youth ministry, became youth leaders. Monty actually became my youth pastor. And then,
course.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
man.
I went off to college.
We got to clarify some stuff now. Okay.
Oh my
Go
God.
ahead, keep talking.
Yeah, look at my face.
Yeah, it wasn't until after I went off to college that he realized that he was missing someone in his life, and then he reeled me back in from college and said, I need you in my life.
Yes.
Pretty much, right? That's how it
Yeah,
went.
for sure, yes.
Yeah, you have anything to add?
Yes, no, so it was original. When we first met in church, I was 15 and Janine was 12. So we've known each other since we were
So, yeah.
young.
Yeah,
Oh,
close
wow.
to 7. Yeah.
Yeah, close to 7 years. And then we ended up getting married in September 1, 95. And so September 1, 2025 is going to be 30 years
Right.
we've been together. Yeah.
Do you have kids?
We do.
How many?
We have 3 beautiful kids. They're all adults, 28. Our son Caleb is married, beautiful wife Lexi. And we have a son that is 25 and a daughter, that's Jared, and a daughter that is 21, almost to be 22, Janisa.
I
who
met
is-
her, didn't I?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And she will be starting her last year of college.
Where's she in school?
She is right now hoping to enroll in the UCCS. Yeah, there's some
Where's
things
she
brewing.
been?
She was at Liberty University for a year, so she
Okay.
studied some music there and child development. In the previous 2 years, she played softball for Trinidad State College.
Did you really?
She did.
Trinidad, no joke in that, that sport,
no.
right?
It's a good program.
Yeah, it's
Very
a
good
good
program.
program. Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
They were champions.
Yeah, they were champions.
Yep.
They went all the way to the World. They made it to the World Series and came in 8th place. They went to the Grade
Wow.
8 in about 2 years ago. Yeah, so it's a solid team.
Solid
Right
team.
on.
Yeah. So Monty, you and I share one thing in common. God has called both of us into pastoral roles in our lives.
Yeah.
And, you know, one time I joke and say I'm a recovering pastor, right? You don't recover because that's where God calls you to. Yeah. He makes the call. I didn't call myself
Yeah,
to that,
for sure.
right? So I'm always a pastor, just in a different role. So tell us, walk us through your journey, my friend, of becoming a pastor, and why do you think is your ultimate call in life?
Yeah, so as a teenager, I gave my life to Christ. I was 15, and it was around the age of 17 years of age where I felt this burden, this call to want to help people, help individuals. I didn't know like what context it would be. I knew it was going to be in the context of church, and so I felt this pull, this urge to like get involved in ministry to help people, hurting people, because I was a hurting young man when I came to Christ, and so I wanted to give back and reach others and help others who are navigating that journey. So I just began to pursue ministry in youth ministry in my church, ended up doing the work of a youth pastor, associate pastor, and I took the role of a lead pastor at 24 years of age.
Oh my.
So we started very young.
I wasn't even saved at 24 years of age.
Yeah. And so from that journey, it's been now, over 30 years we've been involved in ministry together, pastoring several different churches up and down the Front Range, did some missionary work in different countries around the world. And it's still my passion today to help people, now more in the context of married couples, because there's a lot of hurting couples out there. There's a lot of couples that are experiencing challenges. So we like to come alongside couples now in the role of biblical counseling, pastoral counseling. We call it marriage coaching. And now our forte is coming alongside couples and giving them that extra boost in the arm, encouragement that they need for their marriage so they can have a lasting marriage.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Yes. Lisa, as both her and I have gone through divorces in our lives, and why do you take us through some of the things, because something qualifies us to speak to other humans about what we speak about, right? It just doesn't fall out of the sky. Why do you think you're qualified to speak to other people about this space, Janine?
Well, I believe we are, because we have been through the valleys. We've had the valley moments. We've had the mountaintop moments. I think just saying yes to God and giving Him our yes to work through some of the hardest times of our lives, which was in marriage, saying that to Him and saying yes has given us, I believe, favor in His sight, because we trusted Him with our mess, and because we did that, He has done so much in our lives, like grace. That's all we can just speak about, grace. And I believe that's like the message that we give to couples is grace and hope. So because of where we've been and the road we've traveled, we sit across the table from couples and we say, hey, we have been here, so we know you can do it. And we know the God we serve can take you to, because He's not a respecter of man. No. And so we know that he can help you just as He helped us.
Yes. Are you jumping in here?
Well, I was trying to think of how I'm going to question things. Well, the prior show to this one, we were talking about how the young gal on the show was looking for a young man to marry who specifically had not experienced divorced parents. Have either of you had divorced parents?
That would be me.
Okay.
Yeah. My parents divorced when I was 6 months old.
What?
Oh.
I'm the youngest of 6. So I grew up in a divorced home. My mom was a single mom. She raised all 6 of us. I mean, she was the hero. She was both mom and dad. And so one of my greatest fears growing up and getting married was, would I know how to do this? Because I never saw the context of a husband and wife in my home. It was just mom raising us. So my greatest fear was, is our marriage going to last? And the second greatest fear is, am I going to be a good dad? Because growing up in a fatherless home, my dad wasn't reintroduced back into my life till I was an adult. And so I would say those are some greatest fears, and we had to work very hard because I brought a lot of trauma, I brought a lot of insecurities, I brought abandonment issues into our marriage, and so we had to work through that in the first 10 years of our marriage. It was a lot of hard work, but through the help of other people, other married couples, church, professional counseling, all of those tools that help make us, I think, our marriage today successful as to where it is today. But there were those fears, and naturally you can make it work. Just because you have that background doesn't mean that's going to become your future for you or your marriage. You can turn things around, of course, in our case, by the grace of God. And other couples, I think that was the big key for us, is other couples who we admired, who we looked up to, they came alongside of us and they coached us, they helped us, they encouraged us, right, to have a lasting godly marriage. And
So great.
Yeah, I'm glad you had that because that was not my experience, right? I went out to pastor a church with my first wife, Debbie, and our marriage was struggling even as we went out. I've always been a pretty good orator, so people thought because I spoke well but I was immature, trying to pastor other people and et cetera, when a marriage was in shambles, right? So when we resigned from that church and came back, we were ostracized. Never called in, never counseled, never given any opportunity to help us or anything. So we felt like we were all doing it on our own, right? And after 20 years, our marriage totally fell apart. And we moved on. So I'm so thankful that you had people to walk beside you. Janine was talking a few minutes ago, Lisa, about, you know what? I'm a great marriage counselor because we've been through the fire.
the fire,
The fire.
I think I did that. That was different than fire. What was that?
Right.
For
You got
sure.
it right.
That's a different kind of fire.
Different kind of fire. Yeah, do you guys feel comfortable sharing some of the low points of getting to the place of where you have real authenticity to infuse into other people?
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, we can relate a little bit, Frank, about being pastors and having a marriage that didn't align to what you were portraying to your congregation.
Yes.
Monty being 24 and I being 21, trying to lead people that were twice as old as us were. There was a lot of expectations, and we tried to meet those expectations in our own strength, our own energy, and our own passion. We had zeal, right? We were there on the upfront, and it showed. But in the marriage arena, we were neglecting each other because we were just thinking all about this is God's plan, His will. This is what we should be doing, and this was
on the back burner.
Yeah, it was on the back burner, as being neglected. And so 5 years into our marriage, things crumbled hard. We crashed hard. We lost the church. We had to move from Pueblo to Denver just in hopes to save our marriage. And there were times in Denver where it just felt hopeless. There were times
That's
when...
a big move. Why Denver?
That's where the closest church of our organization, the leadership.
Overseers.
Yeah, the overseers of that.
Yes.
Yeah, they were the closest. So we went up there for hope to be healed, and it was quite a journey. There was suicidal tendencies that came about within both of us.
Both of you thought about suicide?
And I took little more steps towards that. Thank God I was not successful in that.
Is this before kids?
This is 2 kids in.
Okay.
So they were small. They were 2.5 and not even 1. So there was some trauma there in their lives at that time. But thank God somebody came in, some couples came in, and they had a story that we heard them, we looked at them, and we thought, if they can make it, we can make it. And so, we started on the path to healing.
Yeah, Janine, let me stay there just for a minute, because this is so helpful to humans, because marriage is hard.
It is.
And if you think otherwise, then you must be in la la land. That just simply isn't the way life is.
Yeah.
So you say, I even thought about what were some of the narratives you were telling yourself in your head that you didn't think life would be worth living anymore. What were you hearing in a time like that for other ministry couples?
Yeah, so thinking in my mind that if we were serving God at this level and it failed, then what else was there to hold on to? And I think that was my narrative in my mind, was that it's never going to get better. I mean, you were here in ministry and it still failed. But God didn't fail us. It was the humanness in us and us not prioritizing God in the right way. But that was just a lie that the enemy was feeding me and also him many times.
Yeah.
So just feeling like there was no hope, and if we were already in a place where most people, hey, you need God.
Yeah.
Well, I had God.
Yeah.
And I was doing everything,
Right.
And I was doing ministry, and here we are. I mean, don't talk to me about God right now. And I was upset.
Not helpful.
Yeah. So, I mean, there was a lot of healing and just light that God shined on what we did, what we weren't doing right as far as putting God first. We were Christians. We did not have a Christian marriage, and that is what failed us, is not putting God first in everything in our lives. And once we did that, once we stood back and said, this is not about you or what you can do in your own strength, that was when we were able to we were like in the valley. We had nowhere else but to look up. And thank God we had people that came in our lives and helped us do that.
Yeah. And I'd like to add, in that context, many married couples who are young, starting out, and we experienced this, they didn't know how to prioritize the marriage. They had, and that was our case. We put ministry in front of marriage, and ministry became the mistress in the situation. And our priorities were out of order. When you look back in married couples that have failed and they didn't succeed, you're going to see that there was a misplacing of priorities, that something took the place of their love, and whether it was a job, a career, something else, right? And so we had to learn how to prioritize our marriage, God first, marriage second, kids third. We get those priorities out of order sometimes. We put career first, kids second, God third, marriage fourth, and when those priorities are out of order, that causes a lot of disruption in marriage. So from the marriage coaching we do, we really encourage couples, get your priorities in order, get them straight first, and God first, marriage second, and really invest. You had mentioned the statement, marriage is hard.
Yeah.
We ask couples to reframe that sentence. We say, no, marriage is a gift, but marriage takes hard work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so that's the encouragement we give to couples, is about priorities and putting in the hard work, because marriage does take hard work.
It does take hard work.
Yeah. If I can add,
absolutely.
Frank, I was also a very young, 21 years old. I don't even think I knew who I was.
Yeah.
And I believe I did a lot of just allowing Monty to lift me up, and expectations. Like the expectation role is crazy when you get that out of order as well. And when he let me down, that crushed my world.
Yes.
And I learned that the only one who should be lifting us up is God, because he won't let us down. But the moment you put your hope into someone else to lift you up, to lift up ministry, to lift up your family, and it's not God, then they're going to let you down.
Yeah, that's a misalignment as well, right?
Yes, yeah.
And I think that's where my world was crushed when this person who I just put so much hope and expectation and let me down, then that was when my world became hopeless.
But that must have made it unbearable for you to have someone putting that much pressure on you too.
Yeah.
I could see it going both ways.
It is a heavy burden to carry when one spouse transfers their identity to their spouse to help them develop their identity. And so there is a lot of pressure on that one spouse, and we see that so many times in marriage today.
It's so common.
It is very, very common.
I have some of that, you know, and Michelle even might be watching this, but for her coming up, she wasn't a Christian when I met her. So I led her to Christ, right? And I was her pastor for the formative years of her Christian faith, right? So a lot of that is transferred to me about her identity.
Yes.
And I know she'll tell you that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So we even, to some degree, still walk through that. It's just that she's matured to the level that it doesn't feel as burdensome, right, as it was previously. Yeah.
But to be mature enough to identify that, Frank, is great for both of you.
Yeah. So
huge.
Yeah, so I've been in this thing a long time. Her not as much, but she's learning and still learning to let go of that.
Yeah.
And knowing it's not Frank, it's Jesus.
Yeah. You know, another arena where we see that in the context of when one spouse will transfer their identity to that spouse to like live their identity out is we see this a lot in people who are leaders in the business community. You know, maybe they're like CEOs and presidents of company, and they have status, they got clout, they got the title behind them, and then they come home, and sometimes the spouse doesn't feel like, where do I belong in this whole thing? Because your name is out there, and you're this individual, you have this title, and that business leader can feel that burden that the other spouse is putting upon them to carry them alongside in creating their identity. Or sometimes the business leader will come home and try to be CEO, president at home of their house, right?
Right.
Don't you know who I am?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one, I don't care.
Yeah.
And like just saying that, Lisa, that is where we start with our coaching. It's like finding who you are individually, because then that one flesh can mesh.
Oh, I love that. That one flesh can mesh. That should be a hashtag.
Yeah.
It might be.
Maybe the next T-shirt idea, right?
That's right.
I love
In
it.
the meantime, keep showing up.
Yes.
Right?
That's right.
Tell us about the keep showing up thing. You said it was show number 2 or
Yeah.
something. What happened?
So we started our marriage podcast, The Favorite Marriage, and it was in show number 2, episode number 2, where we were talking to couples about the idea of showing up to the table that God has prepared for them. So we were talking through Psalm 23. The Lord's my shepherd. He prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. So we were talking in that show, and we were just kind of working through this idea. What if you are showing up to the table that God has prepared for you, but your spouse isn't showing up? And so we said we would encourage that spouse who's showing up, keep showing up. And that tagline began to take off. And that became one of our taglines, which we have all of our merchandise that we have now has the keep showing up. But it came as a result of episode 2, and that's one of our most listened to episodes now, obviously. But we just keep encouraging couples, keep showing up. You know, 80%, Woody Allen said 80% of success is just showing up.
And Frank's always saying that in community.
Yes.
So many people come to him, who do I need to know? What do I need to do? What do I need to think? All the things. But he's like, keep showing up.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we need to get you sure.
But there is power to that.
Oh, yeah.
Like people think we're everywhere at all things, and it's not true, but we show up. And when we show up strong.
That's so good.
And that's another thing there is we encourage couples. It's just not about showing up. It's about how you show up. How do you show up to your marriage? How do you show up to a date night? How do you show up to conversation? How do you show up to dinner? How do you show up to the bedroom? Right? How do you show up? So it's just not about showing up. It's the presence you bring.
Woo!
Show up.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, especially that last one.
Oh my goodness, of course.
Of course.
You guys.
Stir the testosterone there, huh, Frank?
I'm feeling about ready to go home.
Here you go, Michelle.
Oh my God. Anyway, Lisa.
When you said about you all showing up and be encouraged, you come and say free hugs, like that's so powerful. I love that about you guys. Because that's sometimes all someone needs is that encouragement and hug and just that, like Monty said, that shot in the arm that just like, hey, you got this, and you can keep moving forward. So thank you for what you guys do.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for saying
that. It is. Sometimes it's hard to show up.
It is hard to show up.
It is because the whole culture is saying the very opposite of what we're saying.
They are.
Right, But God's called us. And we know, we keep centering that. We know why we're here. It's got nothing to do with me or her. It's got everything to do with His calling for us and where He's placed us in such a time as this.
Oh, for sure. And in a time where everybody's focused on me.
Yeah.
And it's all about me. And not that self-care is not important, but that you guys say there's the calling that you have for others.
Yes.
To
Exactly.
be there for others. It's
Yes.
amazing.
And hugs are very medicinal, and we know that, and that's why it's like, well, the first 3 times we did the hug campaign, I got laid out in bed. I could not move. I was immobile, and I was like, Frank, I'm texting him, like, I don't know what's wrong with me. And then someone reminded me about putting on the armor of God, and that people were putting their junk on me. So once I realized that, I forgot about that spiritual part.
Yeah.
So moving forward, I text my intercessors, and I'm like, hey, I have the hug campaign tomorrow. So now I get prayed
Cover us.
up,
Yeah.
because what a difference it is.
That's so powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Cover us.
Yeah.
We did a
Very
whole
spiritual.
marriage series called Armor Up Your Marriage, and it was about the armor of God in the context for a married couple. So we're with you on that. You
Yeah.
need to armor up
Totally.
because the work we're involved in the community, we're shaking hands with so many different people.
Yes.
Yes.
And we don't know where those hands have been.
Exactly.
So we have to armor up.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and you don't know what people are holding, and just having the knowledge that it is a spiritual thing, period.
It is.
It
Like,
is.
Just
We don't-
know that ahead of time and prepare.
We don't battle against flesh and blood, right? So we have to keep that in mind as we're doing it. It also keeps us from getting mad at people, because we know
Right.
we're not battling against flesh and blood. The devil hates what we do.
It's against
Yes.
The
principalities.
world,
yeah.
flesh, and devil all hate what we do. But you
Totally.
know what? I love what we do because he hates it.
Amen.
Yes. And because after the 3rd time I was struck down, I was like, a part of me wanted to text Frank and say, let's not do this anymore. Like, I was scared.
Sure.
At first, I was intimidated. But then when I realized how big of an impact spiritually it was to lay me out, then I came up swinging. And I'm like, oh no, it's on.
Sister, I can relate with that.
Yes.
We have felt that attack
Yes.
many times physically, and for some reason it's the women. I
Yeah.
sense that the women are the ones that get attacked physically, and that's happened a handful of times in our lives, and it's just like, let's just play second fiddle or something, like let's be in the background. And God's like, no.
Nope.
I have brought you through what I brought you through for a reason, and so
That's right.
came out swinging.
Yep.
Come on.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
another t-shirt design right there.
You're welcome.
You're getting plenty of t-shirt designs.
Write these down.
Monty, I want you to talk to men today, my friend, because God has not better, just different, given us different roles in marriage, which is so important. When in context of marriage, what is God calling men to do today? Generalize it as best you can. I know you have to specialize it depending on who the couple is, but generalize that message for men today, what God is calling us to be.
Yeah, I have to buffer my statement with I'm coming from a pastoral role, from a biblical role, and I'm going to point the audience to a scripture in Ephesians chapter 5. Okay?
I know it well.
Yes. And the context is husbands loving their wives and leading their wives and loving them as Christ loved the church. So my role and the encouragement to men today, to husbands, is to be a loving leader of your wife. And what does that look like? That it means that I'm going to love her the way Christ wants me to love her. And that type of love is sacrificial love, because Christ gave his life for humanity on a cross. And so it's that agape love that he gives to us. And my role as a husband is to love my wife, and at times I have to sacrifice for her.
Yes.
For her. You think about marriage when we got married at an altar. And biblically, an altar was a place where there was sacrifice.
Yes.
So the beginning of our marriage, September 1, 1995, I didn't understand it then, but I understand it now, that I know that my role as a husband is to lovingly lead my wife, and that means there are going to be a lot of sacrifices I have to make as a man to support her, to encourage her, to lead her, to guide her. Yes. And I believe as men, when we lead our wives in a loving way and we lead them according to the way God wants us to lead our wife, the wife any good wife is going to want to follow that.
Oh, yes.
And sometimes we get in a situation where the husband's like, my wife is not wanting to follow my leadership or my guidance or my direction. And I always take him back, it's like, how are you leading? Not just showing up, how are you showing up to your spouse?
Yes.
How are you leading her? Are you listening to her? Are you understanding her? Are you communicating with her? Are you being patient with her? Are you being sensitive to her needs? Do you value her opinions? I mean, there's all kinds of things that are so important for us as men. But I would say it's about being a loving leader and leading your wife as Christ would lead the church.
You know, it's interesting because in corporate America, most leaders don't know how to be a loving leader. So if you say that to someone, how do they put that into action? Like, how can they really, truly, because you're a business coach, Frank. You're an amazing business coach, right? How many men have you tried to coach that didn't know how to lead with love?
Most.
Right? Yeah.
Matter of fact, that's almost seen as a weakness in the business community.
Exactly.
And so, because if I'm vulnerable, if I show any of those things, it's going to be a opportunity for people to manipulate and take advantage of their positions and et cetera, or take advantage of me and their insecurities. Just begin to shout in that space, right? Yeah. So it's very difficult. It's hard, even women that I coach in that space. It's hard for someone to put a heart on a Facebook page.
Yes.
I mean, something comes up in the hearts of people when they say the word love. Because it's been misused, mishandled, misaligned in people's lives, and what they've seen in their mom and dad and other people and stuff has been the opposite of what Jesus came for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that word gets overused.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love my car.
Oh, we just love. And it's like we don't understand sometimes how important that word is and who it is.
And it's a verb.
And it's a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And vulnerability is important for husbandry.
Husbandry. I love that word.
Men find it hard to be vulnerable because the way society has wired us, and so a man does this, a man has to look like this, a man has to talk like this. But one of our episodes, we talk about the importance of being vulnerable, and especially in the context of a man. When I'm vulnerable and I open up my heart to my wife and I share my deepest feelings, emotions, and secrets, and I'm vulnerable to her, that opens her up, and there's this reciprocity of relationship that begins to take place. That's where deep communication and deep relationship really happens, when there's vulnerability. Vulnerability is contagious.
It is.
And I've noticed that in our marriage, right? When I am vulnerable to Jeannie and I share and I open my heart, and I do that because I know she's a safe place.
That's important.
It is.
Right.
As
So
wives, you need to be a safe place for your husband to do that. You have to be able to, prepare that table to say, come and share with me. And being a safe place is huge.
Yeah. Dig down in there a little bit more, Janine, for us, you would,
That's
if
good.
you would.
That's
The
great.
safe place.
Because most men don't. I mean, in my first marriage, I didn't feel like, and it's my ex-wife is my very good friend today. I'm probably safer with her now than I was when I was married to her, right? We're very good friends. But I had no space of safety there. And women always say, God, he never shares. He never shares. But when I share.
Right. You can't. Right. The safe place is not when they share something vulnerable to you, you respond with anger or just break down. And I mean, there might be tears, but not to a point where you shut him down because you became so unstable. I believe it's important when you have those moments and those conversations are coming, that you prepare yourself for that, the spiritual part, and prayer and asking the Lord to protect your heart. Also being at a place where you're humble and vulnerable and willing to let your husband know that there are things in my life as well, because neither one of us is perfect.
Right.
So like he said, that reciprocity begins to show, but having that open door and being that safe place and not judging.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and you guys coming together with the struggles and praying together with them and saying, "Hey, I'm on your team.
Yeah.
We are in the same corner. I want to help.
You are not my enemy.
Yeah, I'm with you fighting this.
Yeah.
If there's something you're struggling with, know that I am with you. We're together. We're in the same corner."
Yeah.
Men do this with their spouse. They will test where they're at. They'll say, "Can I share this with you?" And then they'll share maybe a tidbit of it. They're watching the response.
Right.
Right? Is this a safe place? Is she a safe place? If the wife responds negatively or not in a healthy way,
More aggressively.
the husband will shut down.
Yeah.
He'll close the book and say,
Yeah.
"Okay, we're not going there.
We're not going to go there.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Interesting.
Appreciate the offer.
But we do that as men. We test. And the more we test, if we feel it's safe place, safe place, we start opening more and more.
That's so
and
interesting.
And it's dangerous when you shut that door to your spouse, because there will always be another door that opens
Yes.
for someone else, and they'll be like, "Come talk to me."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be the opposite
Yeah.
sex. It can
Oh,
be
that door is
anybody.
shut.
Yeah.
And the enemy is watching too.
Oh, yeah.
And if he knows the wife shut the door, he's going to be like, "Come here."
Yeah, you
Have the
wonder
door
why you
open.
suddenly
Yeah.
become so interesting to
Yes.
other people, right?
Yeah, you want that as a wife. Like
Yeah.
you want to prepare that place for your spouse. Like you want that, ladies. Like you it's up to you. I mean, a lot of times, "You don't talk to me." Well, examine your heart and your responses and your actions.
I love the book
is
a
so
couple
good.
of years ago, Love and Respect.
Yeah.
Right? And the premise is in Ephesians 5.
Yeah.
Right? Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself. Women, respect your husband. Because his whole premise was love isn't natural for men to give.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it has something that we have to intentionally do towards our wife. And respect isn't naturally for women to give to a man. So she has to be intentional about that, pray about that, and make sure that our hearts align with the will of God in the midst of that. Because if you disrespect us, you're not getting anything. Ain't happening. Right? Right?
Yeah.
And women are disrespecting men, and men are not loving their wives on a wholesale basis in this culture.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
For sure. That is God's design for marriage. It really is. And so what we encourage and how we coach couples is God created this blueprint of how marriage is to operate. Ephesians 5 is part of that blueprint. Husbands loving the wife, wife learning how to respect the husband, right? When a husband and wife follow God's design, God's blueprint for marriage, this is where our podcast name comes in. That couple will begin to experience God's favor. So when we say the favorite marriage, it means, like if you're living in Denver, it means you're a Denverite because you dwell in Denver. When a married couple dwells in God's design, they become the favorite of God, God's favorite. Thus, the favorite marriage, because we're dwelling in the presence in God's design.
Yeah.
How long did it take you guys to come up with that?
We
About 30 years.
That's so good. That's rich. Do you have that at the top of your website?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is so good.
Yeah, it's funny because people have asked us, how did you come up with that word? Like, is this now your favorite marriage because you had another marriage? And we're like, no, it's about when a couple dwells in God's favor, they become God's favorite, and that becomes God's favorite marriage.
Well, actually, both answers are true.
Yeah.
Because you did have another marriage.
We
It
did.
was totally different than this
Yeah.
You're
marriage.
so right.
For sure. Yeah.
Same
That's
people,
good.
different marriage, right?
That's right,
I
yeah.
have to use that the next time someone asks us that. Like, yeah, this was our favorite one.
Yeah.
For sure.
Same person, just a different season, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a question. So you spoke on the different what people do as far as priority. Everyone knows, God, the marriage, children, but in reality, when that first baby comes along, you can barely breathe, let alone have a sip of water and go pee in peace and all the things. Like, right? Life is at you like, whoa, what just happened?
Exactly.
So how do you guide couples to do the right priorities? People don't know how to do it. And God is that soft, loving Abba Father just waiting for you to recognize and speak to him and commune with him. But we're so busy dealing with everything that's in our face.
Right.
So how can people balance that and get to the real priorities? How do they do that?
Yeah. I think a lot of people think priority means time. Like that, like the kids take all my time. Well, my job takes all my time. Okay, and that is true, especially in different seasons in your marriage. So when you're raising kids, they took up most of my time. And he did seem like he was coming in second place. Well, in the beginning he was.
Yeah, we
I was
got it wrong.
replacing our kids. With him. I was placing our kids for what I was missing with him. But what we've learned, it's not about the time, it's about the value we place. And when you do have the time, how you treat that time, the value of that time. I mean, it could be a Friday night for 2 hours, but if you're investing your heart, mind, and soul to your spouse at that time, and it's genuine and it's rich, then you don't need a whole lot. It's like that piece of cake you have, just that rich piece of cake. You only need a little slice and you're satisfied, right? It's like, give me some milk with that. That's
What's the connotation here? Cake and milk.
He rubs off on me.
Oh, that's so great.
That's what we're talking about.
I get you.
Yeah.
Yes, that's awesome. That is so good. Wow.
That is so good.
What a show.
That is rich.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, that's some rich, and that just really hit me, young lady, when you said that. I mean, that just grabbed hold of a piece of my heart and said, you know what? Because you can feel guilt about this, particularly if you got it wrong. And people lots of times think quantity is the thing when it's the quality.
It's the quality. I love that.
That was so awesome.
We had
Look at you.
She's throwing down
a young
today.
couple come up to us in our last marriage class. A young couple came up to us. They were right in the middle of the grind of marriage and kids. And what they started doing is they would put the kids down around 8:30 to sleep, not down, but like to sleep.
Yeah.
And then they went out and they got like a painting kit. And they stayed up a couple extra hours, and together they did painting with a twist in their living room together. And so it's being creative with that slice of time that you need, especially if you do have children, the kids are off to daycare during the day. He can come home for lunch, and you guys can do something creative during the lunchtime.
Very
It's
creative.
about those
At
quality.
noon.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
New marriage, right? New marriage and one-track mind, right?
No, date light is a good time if you have time during the day. I agree, Monty.
That's why I call it high noon. Yes.
High noon. He's worse than me, Steve.
Or better than you, depending on what your perspective is,
Whatever.
right?
Oh my goodness. We're blushing.
I'm glad I can't blush.
Yeah.
I live a blush-free existence.
That's lucky you.
Lucky me.
Has me blushing.
Guys, when did it drop on your heart that the Lord had prepared you to get this message out to the world? And tell me, what was the process you went through to say yes?
It was a process. It was because when we came out of we came on the other side of our healing, we started dabbling in helping couples. Not a whole bunch, but we started sharing our story, our testimony. And we ended up going back into pastoral ministry a few years later. God just turned it all around. And so when we got back into full-time ministry again, one of our passions has been helping married couples now. So it wasn't really like our forte early on, but I would say just in the last several years, we really felt this burden, this calling, this encouragement to really help couples. And the church we were at, there wasn't really a viable, strong marriage ministry in the church. And it's a fairly large church, a medium-sized church. And we're like, why isn't there no marriage ministry in this church?
Yeah.
And couples were coming to us, and we were like seeing this need. And it was around 3 years ago when we said, we want to do this, and we want to go all in and really help couples. So we did that. And then as a result of that, we were doing a lot of marriage coaching with couples, and then a lot.
Because we both have full-time jobs, and then on the weekends we would do coaching. We were also doing small groups. So,
And so we said, how can we help more couples? And that's where the podcast idea. We believe that there's a good idea, and then there's a God idea.
Yes.
We believe the Favorite Marriage podcast was God's idea for us. So we started that July 27, 2023, almost 2 years to the date. We started the Favorite Marriage podcast, and as a result, that podcast has just really opened up a huge platform, and God's given us just an amazing platform to help marriages. But it just began as a need. We didn't anticipate the podcast having an audience in 31 countries. We wouldn't anticipate the notoriety it's getting, but we just had a need. And that's the thing about life. We tell people to be successful in life is find a need and fill it.
That's right.
Just find a need. There's
Keep
needs
showing
everywhere.
up.
Yeah.
Keep showing up.
Showing up.
Yeah. How often do you do the podcast?
We record we produce an episode every other Monday.
Every other
And then on Fridays, we do what we call a 5-minute Friday. And so it's a 5-minute snippet of one of the podcasts we've done. And we just really highlight like an important marriage topic. Because a lot of times couples don't have the whole time to listen to a 30-minute episode, but they have 5 minutes.
So you summarize it?
And so we summarize it. So every other Monday we produce an episode, and then every Friday of the off week we do a 5-minute Friday.
Is it just you two, or do you have guests?
we have been having guests lately. We felt like this is, we've, had certain topics that we've talked about.
Yeah.
But when we hear people's stories, because that's how we were encouraged and we found hope, is when people hear other people's stories.
Yeah.
So we understood how powerful that is when you hear other people's stories. So we have brought on 3 couples so far, and we'll be bringing on one this coming weekend.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah, we're doing a summer episode right now called Love Stories. And so we're bringing on couples and we're having them to share their love story. Something
They're all
really,
different.
They're all
Everybody's love story is
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, for sure. And then more recently, we were able to meet with Focus in the Family, and we're going to be on their marriage podcast.
Oh my.
It's called
Wow.
Crazy Little
Nice.
Thing Called Marriage on August 27th. It's going to be
Yeah.
on their
So
podcast. So
encouraged,
it's
yeah.
pretty neat that they invited us to be guests on the show.
You know you arrive, brother, when Focus reaches out.
Yeah.
We arrived today. We
Oh,
arrived today.
thank you.
They just keep showing up.
Yeah. Showing up strong.
Oh, that is so incredible. It's so incredible.
Do you guys have intercessors that you can put our Be Encouraged show on their radar to pray for us?
Absolutely.
We would appreciate it.
Yes.
Awesome.
We would appreciate
Yeah,
that.
and same. Please do.
Yeah.
We'll
us
share
as
it
well.
for you as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
important.
This is so much darn fun.
I know.
It really is. It's the first time I ever seen you come out, young lady. I kind of met you on the fringe here, but today I feel like I'm getting to know you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah, which is so incredible. No wonder you're happy all the time.
Yeah.
Smiling like
You see that grin?
She's the one.
This is my favorite marriage. You guys are awesome. It is. So you're doing it, Dan. You're producing it yourself,
Yes.
right? So you're doing all the work in the background as well to
Yes.
get this out. What platform do you use?
So our anchor platform is Spotify. And so once all of our when our podcast episode gets recorded, we put it on Spotify, and then that anchors out to all the other major podcast platforms. So Apple and Good Pods and Amazon. I mean, it goes all over to all the major podcast platforms. YouTube.
And how much you pay to do that?
Well,
Spotify, it's free.
Well, no, but where do you record on?
Yeah.
What do you record on before
Yeah.
you put it over on Spotify?
We use, so we have our studio in our house, and we record it through OBS Studio, and that records it for us. And then I take that recording and I just do all the video editing, audio editing, and then throw it into all of our.
And OBS Studio is a paid platform
No.
for recording.
Nope.
No.
No.
Oh.
You can pay for that.
Oh, okay.
But the one I use, it's a free studio.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
OBS is what it's
OBS,
got.
Open Broadcasting System. Probably what's being used right now.
That's what we use.
Yeah.
Is it really?
OBS?
That's what we use.
Okay.
You thought you were.
Yeah, you
paying
guys
for
use
that?
OBS.
Just kidding.
We might as well fire you, dude.
He's doing really good. You're doing really good. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We got all these people in the background here, so yeah.
It takes a lot, though. He does a lot. So I know.
he does. It
I know the
keeps him
Lord.
busy.
Our passion and what we would love to do is do this full time.
Yeah.
Is to let
Yeah.
go of our full time jobs and be able to do this
Yeah.
40 hours.
We
a
will
week.
be praying towards that end
Yes.
Thank you.
for you,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. What a wonderful and much needed thing.
Yes.
Yeah, you're my favorite show today.
Aw, thanks.
Yeah, my favorite show in July.
Oh,
You might be all the time. I'm too old to look back and see what I've done.
Oh my God. We've done a lot of shows.
Can you say that again? Your what?
My favorite show with my favorite marriage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Monty and Janine.
Yeah, thank you guys so much
Thank
for
you
being
guys.
a part.
Yeah.
Lisa, before we wrap the day, we need to highlight some incredible humans, don't you think?
Yes. So Wesco Insurance, Karen Butcher loves helping people save and get the best service ever. So contact her at our website at beencouraged.net.
She's my agent.
She's mine too.
Indeed.
And Planet Duct, Mr. Brandon Kirk and his team offer astronomical air duct cleaning with the most powerful vacuum trucks in Colorado.
Stronger than the vacuum of space. Yes, they are. Yeah, so you guys need to use Brandon and his team. You need to visit us at beencouraged.net to become a sponsor and get your business name out to our growing audience, which has a potential reach of about 50,000 people a week right now. Our platinum sponsor has seen an aggressive 900% growth in their business in just 7 months. Like and follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn, and join us on our journey to extend hope and encouragement and help people realize their potential through networking, collaboration, and community involvement. And remember, if you want to join us internationally, go to our website and select International via Instagram, and you can join us from anywhere in the world live.
And remember to go to Amazon to pick up all 3 of Frank Sinclair's books. And he's an amazing business coach going around the world, actually, with his services.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa has a podcast called Resilience Reveal with Lisa Sennett as well. Go to lisasennett.com. See all of these great platforms that are being able to bring your story to the world. Someone needs to hear your story. It'll give them hope, and Lisa can help you amplify that as well. A great Monday again, right?
Yes.
I'm hungry. What about you?
I'm ready for my birthday lunch.
Yeah, I got to buy her birthday lunch today. So, yeah, today is her birthday.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, she's old as ice water.
Oh, stop it. Yes, he's still my friend.
better be a good lunch.
And I'm much older than her, so
Oh, my
right.
goodness.
And Monty and Janine, you guys are incredible.
Yes.
We hope this show amplifies the work that you're doing in space because it's so needed. And thank you for loving each other well.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that.
Awesome.
It's so incredible. People, you've heard your favorite marriage here today on the Be Encouraged Show with Frank and Lisa. Reach out to Monty and Janine where?
Yeah. Just go to thefavoritemarriage.com And you can find us on any social media site. You just type in The Favorite Marriage and we'll pop up.
You know what? We forgot.
Yes, I was just gonna cut in with that.
Goalies.
Okay, so Janine, I'm gonna start with you. Our whole mission is to infuse hope and encouragement to the world. So I want you to focus on marriages, speaking into marriages when you're talking about encouraging those couples out there.
Yeah. There's hope. I think that's the biggest thing we can do today is just fuel your faith. Be encouraged that there's someone here who wants to help you, that you are not alone. Reach out. We are here to walk beside you, and just be encouraged that you're not alone.
Yeah. I like how she did that. She was building us up the whole time.
Yes.
She's building you up.
Yeah.
Monty, do the same.
I would say be encouraged in the context that marriage is a beautiful gift.
Yes.
It really is. And many times marriage gets the negative connotation, like it's hard and we can't do this. But really, marriage is a gift from God, but it does take hard work. So I would encourage you, if you're a married couple today and you are hearing what we're saying today, keep showing up. Put in the hard work. The hard work will pay off in your marriage. And take some of the context and principles that we've shared today, put them into practice. Start small. And God has a way of taking small things and making big things happen.
Yes.
Yes, he
Amen.
does. And as Gary Thomas says in his book, The Sacred Marriage, God did not give you a spouse to make you